Hey there everybody, it's Russ from Pathless, and today we've got another special shop visit just for you guys. We are here with Adam Sklar at his workshop, and we're gonna talk bikes and maybe get a little tour. So Adam, how long have you been building frames?
I've been building frames for about 7 years, doing it full time for almost 4 years now, and then I've been in this shop for about 2.5 years at this spot.
What were you doing before going full-time frame building?
I was doing product design stuff, so like industrial design, mechanical engineering stuff.
Yeah.
Made a lot of cameras and some drones.
It seems like you design mountain bikes, but also gravel bikes. What do you feel like you're most known for at the moment?
For the custom stuff, I think people really relate to buying a bike from someone who does the riding that they're buying a bike for. Mm-hmm. And so my background is in riding on dirt. Mm-hmm. And so I ended up building pretty much all bikes for dirt. Lately, I've been really enjoying the gravelly, crossy adventure bikes. They're fun. They really lend themselves to custom because you can call it a gravel bike, but for some people that means a road bike with big tires. For some people, it's a mountain bike with drop bars, and I think it's a really great application of the custom.
So I think one of the really distinct things about your bike is, in some of your bikes, is that sloping top tube. Is that aesthetics, or does it add something to the ride?
Yeah, I started doing it because it looks cool. I also I smush it so it's pretty ovalized, and it does make it a little springier, a little lively ride. I won't say the buzzwords for that. So supple.
So you made a bike recently for NABs for Benedict Ultra Romance. How did that come about?
Benedict he's the mayor of Nutmeg Country, and NABs was out in Nutmeg Country. So yeah, NABs approached me to build a bike for him. He was their official greeter for the show, and he pretty much designed all the geometry. He calls it Prog Geo. Super progressive, yeah. High trail as opposed to the low trail bikes that everyone's building.
So how does high trail affect the front end handling?
It gives you unparalleled stability, so super stable and super long chain stays. It's just really stable.
How would you summarize your bike design style, if you can?
I'd lean towards performance recreation, where it's someone who wants a really nice bike that's going to not weigh a lot and be appropriately designed for their size, but not necessarily about racing, and more about just being outside and having fun and seeing cool places, things like that.
Yeah, I think that's like a huge niche, but there's not been a good word to describe it, you know? Like I remember hearing like fundurance like thrown around a while ago, but like I feel like that doesn't quite like summarize it.
Performance recreation is the closest I've been able to. I'm trying to come up with a cool word for it, but
right.
Yeah, it's about having, you ride your bike a lot, so you want something nice. In the past, the only way to get super nice stuff is to buy race stuff, and we're not racing.
That's why I think like this whole like gravel adventure bike trend is, it has performance elements, but it also prioritizes comfort, which is kind of cool. It's not like bikes with a pro Peloton, but this weird hybrid of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get a super quick tour of the shop.
So things start over here, where I keep tubes and parts before stuff gets built. So there's all these boxes that are different customers' builds getting ready to go. There's a little layout table here where I do my chainstay drawings, things like that. And then each of these mills is for a different process. So this is my all-arounder one. This one just does seat stays and fork blades.
How long did it take you to acquire all the machines?
It's been a process. This one's the newest one. For a long time I just had this machine, and then this one was for sale next door and I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, I always imagine that must be one of the biggest challenges if you don't want to do things like purely by hand, like finding a reasonably priced machine in your area.
Yeah, especially up here in Montana. I mean, I started off with my vise and a hacksaw and some files, and it's been a slow process, but when you're trying to do it for a living, saving time is super important.
Yeah, and shipping costs.
Yeah, these things they're not cheap. Lathe is really useful for all sorts of stuff. Spend a lot of time at the vise, finishing stuff or drilling holes and things. Yes, then tubes get loaded up in the fixture, and then this is the welding area. So I'll tack a frame in here, and then I pull it out, and I have this nice little stand where I can weld everything together. After welding it gets finished, so ream, face, chase, all that stuff gets assembled over there where Franklin, our intern, is putting together that bike.
So is there a bike that you've wanted to build but haven't had a chance to build yet?
I've built a lot of different bikes. I still kind of want to build myself a real, actual road bike, which I've never done.
Usually that's where most people seem to start.
I don't know. I just can't stay on pavement.
Have you ever experimented with something like in terms of geometry and built it and found it didn't actually work like you thought it would?
Oh yeah, a lot. I remember there was one mountain bike I built where I was like, what'll happen if I have a super high bottom bracket and it's really slack, and it rode like garbage. You learn the limits of trying stuff out. Super duper short chain stays, that's really popular these days. And for a long time I was really into it, and then I found, you bracket, you see, oh, this is too long, this is too short, or it depends on how tall someone is, all that stuff. But I don't think any of the bikes have been a huge disaster. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Adam, for the tour. And if you guys want to order a bike from him or check out the bike he's built, where should they go?
You can head to sklarBikes.com or find me on Instagram @sklarBikes.
And if you guys like this video, like, share, subscribe, and keep the supple side down.